so we're still talking about that law, how lawmakers pushed Centerpoint Energy CEO about the company's response to Beryl in that special committee hearing in Austin that started Monday. State Senator Carol Alvarado was there. She was part of the hearing. She did ask the CEO some tough questions that I think probably all the consumers who were in the dark wanted to know the answers to. She wanted to find out how ratepayers will be impacted going forward as the company promises to do better. So she joins us live this morning to talk about the questions that she asked and the answers that you got. Good morning, Senator.
Good morning, Amy.
Yes, so you kind of paused when you asked this. You asked the CEO of Centerpoint plans to go before the Public Utility Commission for a rate increase to sort of get back all of the money that they spent reacting to Beryl. And what was his response?
I was stunned because he immediately, without any pause or hesitation, said yes, that they do indeed plan to go before the PUC to ask for a rate increase to recoup their cost from Beryl. And as you can see during that hearing, I think everything stopped at the committee. Everybody stopped talking and asked, "What did you say?" And he, again, without hesitation, said that they plan to do so.
I mean, I guess I think some people in the energy industry maybe were not as surprised by that because, Senator, the way that deregulation has been set up, I mean, Centerpoint is pretty much guaranteed a profit. Anytime they need to make an investment or maintain their infrastructure, they go before the PUC. And we're sort of over a barrel because if you all say and pressure the PUC not to give them the rate increase, then they say, oh, well, we couldn't fix it. We couldn't maintain it because you didn't give us the money. How do we fix that?
I think that's very irresponsible. After we've gone through now this hearing, I think we have a lot more information. We've looked at how they have treated proactive tree trimming, how they've handled vegetation. And while they have increased their budget, I think I saw somewhere it was 77%, that's really not cutting it because over the last several years, their expenditures on that particular item have been in very small increments, and they now have bigger areas, more customers, and they have decreased the mileage of tree trimming that they do.
Yeah, and you're
so
saying
that's one thing that the PUC, they also need to step up because they monitor everybody's budget that comes before them, and they need to look to see how much these companies are spending on proactive tree trimming.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting too. Before they've requested 12 rate increases since 2014. 2 of them are pending, but all of the other ones that they've requested, they've gotten. I mean, and we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars every year. But how did the CEO, or did the CEO, when you asked that question, say, what they would need this money for specifically, like response to Beryl? What did he explain sort of what the money would be used for?
Well, we didn't get down into the details. And I mean, what sticks out to me was just his very kind of nonchalant, yeah, we're going to go before the PUC. And this is after, this was kind of towards almost the end of his part of the testimony. So by that time, we had already drilled down on the ineffective use of the generators, the so-called mobile generators that didn't go anywhere, that weren't used. And looking at that expense, that $800 million, just think what kind of proactive things they could have done with that money on vegetation, on hardening their infrastructure, getting new poles in place, maybe hiring more linemen. I was disappointed to hear that of the 9,000 employees, only 1,000 are actual linemen. Yeah. That number has decreased over the years. And so maybe they need to spend more money instead of on these generators that didn't do anything. Get more aggressive on your tree trimming, hire more in-house linemen and in-house tree trimmers, because that work has also been outsourced over the years.
Yeah, or dare we say, cut executive salaries to pay for all those linemen. I mean, we're also looking at how much they've been paid and their salaries as it relates to the rate increases we've all been paying. Carol Alvarado, has anybody talked about the CEO resigning? I mean, do you think leadership is part of the problem here?
There was some discussion. I believe it was one of the county judges, maybe Judge Keogh, that did say that very very bluntly at the hearing. And I know people have talked about it. I think right now what we have been focused on is just really drilling down on what took place, their practices. And the other thing that was revealed is that no other company has purchased these very large generators, and there's a reason for it. They were too big. They take too much time to move and to set up, and they ended up using smaller generators, which is maybe that's what they should have purchased in the first place, and not purchased any of the large ones.
Or what we should have purchased in the first place. Our money, we just didn't get to say how they spent it. All right, Senator Carol Alvarado, we appreciate you coming on this morning and for asking those questions, because we've all been wanting those answers. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.